If you're a regular consumer of credit card content here on YouTube, you're consistently seeing videos on the same seven credit cards: the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Amex Platinum, the Amex Gold, the Venture X. But in this video, we're going to talk about four credit cards that I rarely see content on, and you potentially might need to add them to your credit card rotation. But before we hop into that content, guys, feel free to smash that subscribe button as it directly supports my channel, and I release credit card content regularly here on YouTube. Moving on to the first card on the list, and funny enough, the first debit card that we've ever spoken about on this channel is the PayPal debit card. This card is most known for getting 5% in the category of your choosing on a monthly basis in apparel, dining, groceries, gas, or even ride shares, capping out at $1,000 of spend every single month and being in the form of cash back. Now, where the true superpower of this card lies is that it gets you 5% back at some stores that regularly don't code as groceries. If you are like me and do a large amount of your grocery shopping at Walmart, you know that credit cards like the American Express Gold don't activate its 4X categories when you are buying groceries. But the PayPal debit card does, especially in stores like Walmart, Target, and even Costco, which is crazy. As you continue to grow your core credit card setup, you are going to see that even the most popular setups, such as the Chase Trifecta, have their identifiable gaps. And the Chase Trifecta is most notable for lacking a grocery multiplier, which is where credit cards such as the PayPal debit card can step in and fill in those gaps. If you choose to fill in the gap of your Chase Trifecta with the PayPal debit card, one of the biggest benefits it has for you is that it's a debit card and it's going to save you one of your Chase 524 spots. And if you're a Chase loyalist, you know how valuable each and every one of your 524 spots are, because when these historically high sign up offers come around, we know we have space to get approved instantly for it. All in all, guys, for being a debit card, I believe the PayPal card's value is undeniable. And while it's not my style by any means, if you do have issues hitting that $1,000 gap and you want to maximize these 5% categories on a month to month basis, always remember you can purchase gift cards at a 5% back rate and spend them at a later time. Again, while it's not my style, it's definitely a viable strategy if you want to stack your cash back month after month. Moving on to card number two, and one that I definitely wish I had in my wallet on one of my recent trips to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, is the Charles Schwab debit card. Now, this debit card, guys, is the ultimate international debit card to have in your wallet. Once you start to travel internationally on a regular basis, I believe this is a no brainer addition to every single person in the points and miles games rotation. And that is because the Charles Schwab debit card actually waives all associated ATM fees when you are traveling internationally. Meaning that if a ATM has a $20, $30, $40 surcharge anywhere you are in the world, Charles Schwab debit card will waive this and you'll be able to get cash at the best conversion rate. A little tip and trick for you guys: not only when you're pulling cash out of an ATM, but also when you are making purchases internationally, always choose the foreign currency. If you choose to pay with your debit or credit card internationally in US dollars, you will then be given the worst conversion rate and lose 10, 20, 30% in that conversion. Instead, just pick the local currency and you will get the best exchange rate at the current given time. So after you achieve this debit card, guys, you can say bye to airport currency exchange scams. Stop losing 10 to 20% of your money in bogus conversion rates and just utilize your Charles Schwab debit card and get the best conversion rate out there without any headache or hassle. Again, like I said, when I was in Cabo San Lucas, I needed cash fast for an excursion that was cash only that I was unaware of. So I had to eat a $25 resort fee and exchange rate at the ATM in the lobby. So with this card, guys, you never have to be scared of ATM fees and you can take out cash at will with peace of mind. While I'm more of a fan for utilizing credit cards when I travel internationally, not only because of potential fraudulent behavior, the dispute coverage, as well as to waive any foreign transaction fee, you can rest assured that with your Charles Schwab debit card, you not only are going to get those ATM fees waived, but it does come with a 0% foreign transaction fee. So for any situation that you need to utilize this debit card for a purchase, you can rest assured that you are going to experience zero fees at any purchase you make. Moving on to credit card number three, and an often underappreciated card in the American Express ecosystem, is the Amex Blue Cash Everyday Credit Card. Now, this credit card often gets a lot of hate because it's one of the few Amex cards that does not generate Amex membership reward points. but I do believe there's a lot of good things going for this card to not make it have to get the hate that it does. One of the best things that this credit card has going for it is that it comes with a $0 annual fee, which is kind of rare in the American Express ecosystem, and its associated multipliers, which is going to get you 3x back on groceries, 3x back on online retail, as well as 3% back on gas. Now, I do want to reiterate this is in cash back, as this credit card does not earn American Express membership reward points. But like we were speaking about earlier with the first card on this list, this fills in tons of gaps in many of the most popular credit card setups, as not a lot of these core credit card setups have either a gas or a grocery multiplier, where this credit card does come in. And one of the best aspects of this card is if you order Walmart for delivery to your house via Walmart Plus, that does trigger the 3x back on online retail purchases. So again, this credit card does address a lot of gaps in some of the most popular credit card setups. In true American Express fashion, this would not be an Amex credit card without a statement credit. And the Amex Blue Everyday Cash credit card does come with a $7 monthly credit for Disney Plus, totaling $84 on an annualized basis. Considering that this does have a $0 annual fee, this is pretty crazy, as when you spend $9.99 on Disney Plus month after month, you're going to get a $7 statement credit. So it's essentially lowering your Disney Plus by $7 monthly. So if you're someone that regularly pays for this streaming service, as all of us do have about 100 different streaming services month after month, being able to subsidize it with a $0 annual fee card is amazing and does cut down on everyday spend. Moving on to the last card on the list, and honestly, one of the most underrated cashback cards in the entire credit card community is the Kroger Mastercard and all of its subsidiaries. The reason I say all of its subsidiaries is because the Kroger card includes all of the co branded cards such as Ralph, Smith's, Harris Teeter, and any of these other grocery stores that are geographically dependent. If you're like me in Florida, I have none of these near me, but this is still an amazing credit card to consider. And that is because all of these cards on the list get you 5% back on mobile wallet purchases. For the statement I just said, the caveat is mobile wallet, meaning that if you have an Android or an Apple phone, you would still be able to capitalize on this 5% back. So 5% back on mobile wallet purchases is insane, guys. Again, like we spoke about with the PayPal card, this allows you to kind of fill in any gaps of any credit card setup that you're running. So if you're running the Chase trifecta, this can be your specific mobile wallet 5% back on something such as groceries or dining until you hit that $3,000 limit on the calendar year. One of the downsides, of course, is that $3,000 limit on that 5% spend. While 5% is an amazing cashback percentage to have for your kind of staple credit card setup, being able to have an even larger limit would allow you to kind of maximize your benefits. And a lot of people have found a little caveat around this where you can apply for two of these specific cards simultaneously, have both applications ready to submit, and click submit at the same time. This way, you're approved for, let's say, the Ralph's card and the Kroger's card, giving you $6,000 of 5% mobile wallet purchases over 12 months, which will assist a lot more majority of people and their daily level of spend. Another downside, of course, is that US Bank is the lender. And if you're part of the credit card community here on YouTube, you have heard how kind of stringent US Bank can be with issuing their credit cards. They have very specific rules, credit applications, as well as credit limits that they require for you to get their cards. But if you're able to get these cards, especially multiple of them, having 6,000 cap on 5% back on mobile wallet purchases is amazing. Since this is a credit card, it does come with a $100 sign up bonus when you hit that minimum area of spend. But again, like we compared it earlier with the other cards, when we look at other no annual fee credit cards like the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Capital One Saver, I usually like to see that kind of minimum $200. But since we're getting 5% back on mobile wallet purchases, and if you multiply the amount of cards you get, the value is undeniable, guys. And I think that overweights not only the issuer, US Bank, the limitations of the spend, and even the sign-up bonus to have such a high multiplier for a large majority of areas of spend where anywhere that takes mobile wallet is accepted. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the change of tempo. Instead of talking about the usual Amex Platinum, Amex Gold credit cards, just something new and refreshing on some credit cards that are highly under talked about. Maybe shed some light on some credit cards to fill in those gaps in your long-term rotation. Me personally, I definitely have my eye out on the Kroger's as well as PayPal card to kind of target those gaps I have amongst my long term credit card setup. But if you enjoyed content such as this, guys, feel free to smash that subscribe button, as it directly supports my channel. And I'll have another credit card content specifically for Amex right here for you guys.